Snap revenues missing the mark, shares plunging on the news. The company has struggled to navigate a slowing digital advertising business. Joining us now with more on the ad landscape, Tal Jacobson, CEO of Perion. And we were shaking our heads, Tal, and I'm interested in your view on exactly what's happening here, company specific, the war in the Middle East, the weather. What do you attribute this to? They've had trouble quarter after quarter trying to grow digital ad sales. Other companies haven't had quite as much of an issue, it doesn't seem like.
Right. Thanks for having me, first of all. I think social platforms such as Snap, TikTok, especially within war, are just becoming news portals, right? So for advertisers to advertise there with all the negative content, it's just becoming harder and harder. So I think that was a big thing in Q4 for them. But they did grow their user base. But I just think the content wasn't the right content for advertisers to be associated with, as brand safety is a big thing.
The stock had been trying to make a stand and rebound from the stratospheric levels that we saw during the pandemic. I think it was a $70 or $80, almost $100 billion company at one point. So it was making a comeback, giving it all back today. What do you think that management needs to do to get this back on track? What would you be doing? You have your own company.
Right. So I think what they're doing now is laying off 10% of their employees is the first good step to be efficient. Reddit are probably going to go public this year. So I think they're going to have the same issue, telling advertisers that they are ready to be brand safe. I think that's the bigger issue. And that once they have that, they have the demographics, right? They have Gen Z, they have millennials. The user base is actually growing. They just need to have better communication with the advertisers.
Who would you say, in as far as digital ad revenues, who knows who's the best? Who should they emulate at this point? Give me the top three companies that are leading here.
Right. So, obviously Google showed a great growth. Meta showed a great growth, and Meta knows how to deal with sensitive content around it. I think, I would look at how Meta solved that issue and tackle that.
As far as the overall environment now, on a scale of 1 to 10, what is the rebound that we've seen in digital advertising? If not digital, then where is it going right now? The Super Bowl?
Well, obviously, Super Bowl is a very interesting event. I think 2024 is big on all those events that are going to attract a lot more advertising budgets, right? Super Bowl is the main thing. But we also have March Madness. We're going to have the Olympics. We're going to have the political budgets, which are expected to be about $17 billion. So, yeah. And I think, it's interesting to see how the Super Bowl actually changed in demographics within the past few decades. It's a lot more female oriented. It's like half of the viewers are going to be female. And, with everything goes on with Taylor Swift, a lot more cosmetic companies are going to advertise there. So it's very interesting. Obviously, out of home is becoming very, very big. The Las Vegas Sphere, which is now charging $1 million for a spot. All of those are growing. So I think 2024 for digital advertising is actually a good year.
It did bring in, obviously, the ads themselves bring in a cross section of society for the Super Bowl. But this year, as you even just talking about it in passing, Tal, you brought up Taylor Swift. So the female demo, and I'm not saying that there's not male Taylor Swift fans, but just in my family, I cannot believe how interested people that didn't used to be that interested in football. I can't believe how much they're looking forward to this game because of the Taylor Swift effect.
Look, think about it. Like 20 years ago, Budweiser was a big advertiser, right, for the Super Bowl. Now it's cosmetic companies. So that shows you, the shift, the huge shift. And it is, at the end of the day, it is an entertainment event, and it's being treated that way, which is good. I think it's good. 46% females, and a lot of millennials and Gen Z, which is kind of new. I'm guessing Taylor Swift had something to do with that. And yeah.